First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Check, 180. Check, 59. Watch the run, watch the run.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill. Switch. 10. Check 52. Chest.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Batson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, watch it. Hey, 22. Hey. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check pass.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
59 is Mike. 59. Give me your radar. 59. Here we go. Check safety. Check 3. Check the backer.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. We're set on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Blue 60! Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got you. I got you, son.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. To throw is Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
22. 40 got. 40 got. Hey, orbit.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up fourth.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Stafford now to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Check 3, check 3, check. Monday.
To throw on second down to Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, 50. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, he wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch out. Easy, alert.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
59. Let's go, Heavy.
Bravo.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Undercrunch. Hey.
Like 7.
Slam.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, give me radar. Hey, Haywood.
59. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On first down, it's Johnson. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it'll be third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Little short pass to James. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
21. Watch the edge. Switch. Watch that.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On second down at 4. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
You're waiting!
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
21.
He's checking. Crash. Mike's 59.
Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all you got to love.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Lady!
On first down, Stafford here. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that route. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 50. Zero. 58, right over there. Hey. Right there. 50. Watch the pass. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. And middle. Hey, alert 3.
They snap it to Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Justin Houston. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Rodgers brings it in. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Brissett sets to throw it. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, ball batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back, big 20. Check, lucky.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the end zone, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's get this.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's where they're
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when you need a result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking deep here for Ebron. His throw incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. to punch is complete. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Play action now. Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw, Brissett. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Check 9, check 9. Zero.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
53, ready. Hey. And middle.
Mike, check, 59.
Stafford on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 59. 50.
Throwing again is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 180.
Check, 59. I'm going to come back to you.
32.
Check 50.
Hey, Delta.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on. Mike's 59. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They go play action with Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Brissett to throw on first. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Again, it's Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On play action, Brissett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
14. Colts 9.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. A first down throw for Brissett. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Brissett on first down. Got it complete to Rodgers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. From the red zone now, Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Tight go, tight go, tight go. Watch the safety creep.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun, Brissett. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Yo.
To throw is Stafford. Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
22.
Stafford on 3rd down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey. Double dog. That's the way. Mike, check.
On second and 10, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 36. On first and 10, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Easy. Go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
To the air again, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Batson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Watch his flat.
Again, it's Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ballgame. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brissett to throw on first. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. On third down, Brissett. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Brissett. Funchess has it complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit,
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They go play action with Brissett. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, Brissett. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Five down. Stand up there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Let's go. Hey, come on now.
Here's Brissett. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start down?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. One last throw here for Stanford. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to...
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat black men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Going
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm time to bring the bass bird. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my